But as they stretched him out with the thongs, Paul said to the centurion standing by, "Is it lawful for you to scourge a man who is a Roman, and uncondemned?" And when the centurion heard this, he went to the commander and reported, saying, "What are you about to do? For this man is a Roman." And the commander came and said to him, "Tell me, are you a Roman?" And he said, "Yes." And the commander answered, "With a large sum of money I acquired this citizenship." And Paul said, "But I was even born a Roman." And immediately those who were about to examine him withdrew from him, and the commander also was afraid, realizing that he was a Roman, and that he had bound him. And on the next day, he, intending to find out for certain why he was accused by the Jews, released him, and ordered the chief priests and all the Sanhedrin to come together, and having brought Paul down, he had him stand before them. And Paul, looking intently at the Sanhedrin, said, "Men, brothers, I have conducted myself in all good conscience before God until this day." And the high priest Ananias commanded those who stood by him to strike him on the mouth. Then Paul said to him, "God is going to strike you, you whitewashed wall. And do you sit to judge me according to the law? And contrary to the law, you order me to be struck?" And those standing by said, "Do you revile the high priest of God?" And Paul said, "I did not know, brothers, that he is the high priest. For it is written, you shall not speak evilly of the ruler of your people." And Paul, knowing that one part was Sadducees, and the other Pharisees, cried out in the Sanhedrin, "Men, brothers, I am a Pharisee, a son of a Pharisee, a son of Pharisees. Concerning the hope and resurrection of the dead, I am being judged." And when he spoke this, a dissension took place between the Pharisees and Sadducees, and the multitude was divided. For the Sadducees say that there is no resurrection, neither angel nor spirit, but the Pharisees confess both. And there was a great outcry, and some of the scribes of the Pharisees partly rose up and contended, saying, "We find nothing evil in this man. And what if a spirit has spoken to him, or an angel?" And when much dissension had taken place, the commander, fearing that Paul might be torn to pieces by them, ordered the detachment of soldiers to go down and seize him from their midst, and bring him into the barracks. But in the night following, the Lord stood by him and said, "Take courage, for as you have solemnly testified to the things concerning me in Jerusalem, so also you must testify in Rome." And when it became day, the Jews formed a plot, and put themselves under a curse, saying that they would neither eat nor drink until they had killed Paul. And there were more than 40 who swore to this conspiracy. They came to the chief priests and the elders and said, "We have bound ourselves with a curse to taste nothing until we kill Paul. Now therefore, with the Sanhedrin, notify the commander to bring him down to you, as though you were going to determine more accurately the things concerning him and we, before he draws near, are ready to do away with him."